If you guys could help me out, go to the item shop, look in the bottom right, press support a creator, type in Cope's Mine, press accept, send me a screenshot on Twitter of what you bought. Thank you guys. What is up everyone, it's Copes here, and today I am back with a Fortnite video. In today's video I will be ranking every single season from worst to best. This is solely based on cosmetics. It's not based on anything else. It's not based on meta changes, update changes, nothing like that. Solely cosmetics. So guys, please leave a comment telling me what your favorite season has been for cosmetics, and tell me why. Was it a certain skin? Was it a set of skins? Was it a glider, a pickaxe? What was it? But guys, no gameplay because there's just so many items I want to talk about that I just don't want to keep spamming them on the screen each time I talk about them. I thought this way would be easier and just better overall. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications guys, I would appreciate it so much. Let's get into our number 5 spot because there are 5 seasons we will be talking about today. For the worst season of cosmetics, we have season 4 guys. Season 4 was just not that great. It was the season that sprays were introduced. Sprays, they were cool at first. I really didn't use them very much, and I don't use them at all right now. For me, I don't really even want to talk about sprays because I just don't like them at all. So honestly guys, tell me in the comment section, do you still use sprays or are they kind of outdated? You don't really even want to see them in the game anymore unless it's something really rare, like, you know, an E3 spray or something like that. Then I don't really care about it at all. So let's move on to the gliders. So the gliders overall pretty horrible. I think the best is Wings of Valor. That's the best to me, and even then compared to all the other battle pass gliders, it doesn't really, it's not on the same level. And I think Sugar Crash, Intrepid, no, I don't really care for either of them. I think these are very outdated. They don't look good this season. I dare you to use them. So gliders, definitely not good this season. Sprays, you know, they came out this season. Don't think they were the best idea. Moving on to the pickaxes, you know, the bottom 2, Onslaught and then the Carbide pickaxe, Carbide and Omega pickaxes, they're both decent. I think the Onslaught is definitely better. Gale Force, Lollipopper, 2 really bad pickaxes in my opinion. So again, nothing too special. I think the Omega pickaxe is definitely the highlight here so far from everything we've talked about. Let's move on to the back bling. The back bling, like, these are literally the most eye-burning back bling. I don't even know. That's just something I thought of. Eye-burning. These literally rot my eyes. I don't have eyes anymore after seeing these. The off-road rig, the worst cape in the game by far. It's disgusting. The standard issue back bling, it's decent, I guess, for army skins, but it's only decent on a very select few skins. Same with the goodie bag. I think it's decent, like, and I'm using that word liberally. I would probably put it, you know, 5 points below decent, so 0 out of 10, but goodie bag, again, very select few skins it works with. To me, looking at all these, like, I didn't even know these all came from season 4, but they are not appealing to me. So far, really the best item was probably this pickaxe. Let's move on to the skins. Bad. Visitor bad, squad leader bad. Valor, I like her. I think she's decent. Doesn't really stack up right now. Probably wouldn't use her. She's not like the elite agent or the sparkle specialist. I'm not going back to use this skin. Zoe, decent skin, something different, really like zany. I always say that though for the Zoe. She should be called Zany instead. I would like that name. Technique, very plain, decent skin. Battlehawk, very plain, decent skin. Omega, a really good skin. I loved it at the time. I don't really use it, but I could definitely see myself using it in the near future. Not a bad skin. Carbide, pretty underwhelming, but he was cool when he first came out because I will give it to season 4. You know, Carbide and Omega were the first skins with armor or cosmetic changes, like cosmetic upgrades. So that's cool about season 4. But other than that though, Honestly, not too much that came out of this season. The best was Omega and his pickaxe. Those are my two favorite items from this season, and even then, they're not like the greatest items in this game. So let's move on to our next spot, guys. At our number 4 spot for the second worst season, or the 4th best, whatever you want to, consider it. We're moving on to season 3. So for me, season 3, it introduced loading screens, which I thought were pretty cool. I felt like they were necessary. It's not a huge change. It's just something nice. I don't want to keep looking at this Battle Royale one over and over again. Is it game changing? Obviously not. Decent. Contrails, again, is it game changing? No. Is it like so amazing? No. It's just decent. It's okay. It's pretty cool. I would say contrails out of the sprays and loading screens are definitely the best, but still not something that I'm like, yes, holy crap, let's go. It's just, I don't really care for gliders. I don't care for contrails because you only see them for a very short amount of time per game. So for me, I'm never going back to the lobby. I'm always winning my games. I don't see the contrail for about 20-25 minutes, and that's a joke, guys. Okay, so let's move on to the pickaxes. So trusty number 2, great pickaxe. I absolutely love it. One of my favorites. It's actually at my number 2 for battle pass pickaxes overall. So definitely a great pickaxe. Can't go wrong with it. Sawtooth, very simple, not terrible. Eva, yeah, one of my least favorite battle pass pickaxes. It's just disgustingly ugly to me. So if you guys disagree, make sure to talk, all that in the comment section. So let's move on to the gliders. So we really didn't go over the umbrella for season 4. Was it the graffiti one? I honestly can't remember. It doesn't really matter all that much. The Rainbow Rider, definitely not bad. It's not the best, but I do like it. I like it more than anything in season 4, which was the last spot. Carbide, very simple. High Octane, very simple. I thought these looked way too similar. And High Octane, you had to do some extra challenges at the end of the season to get. I don't really think it was worth it. But overall, either the umbrella or the glider, the Rainbow Rider was the best glider out of this season. Nothing too special though, nothing that shocks me. Sort of like the Wings of Valor was something different. I can respect that. Nothing shocking here. Let's move on to the back bling. So this was the season back bling we're introduced in. I don't really care for any of them. I think Dark Matter and Astro are pretty good backlings, but they're not something I'm gonna be using. I'd rather use something that's not just a backpack, and if it is a backpack, I don't want to use Precision. That one's way too big. I don't like it personally. Dark Matter, Astro, they're both good backbling, but it's just not my personal favorite. It's not my personal preference for a backbling that I'll use. The astronaut theme, it was cool for the time being, but I think it's a little bit outdated. So the dances, the emotes, we're not really going to go over them. I thought this season had good emotes though. I love Take the L, Best Mates, the robot, love them all. Let's move on to the skins. So Reaper, a really great skin. I absolutely love the Reaper. Even if he's a meme, I don't care. Maybe that's why I like him a little bit more. Elite Agent, absolutely in love with the Elite Agent. I think it's one of the coolest all black skin designs, or it's sort of like an army all black skin design. I really think it's cool. I love it. Dark Voyager, can't go wrong with him. The astronaut design has kind of been ruined in my mind since there are so many astronauts out there, but Dark Voyager at the time was so cool. And even though at this current state I probably won't be using him, maybe in a couple seasons from now, I can still respect the fact that he's a good skin. Moonwalker, no. Rustlord, I actually like Rustlord. Mission Specialist, definitely not. So overall, the highlights of this season, Elite Agent, I would have to go with the trusty number 2 and probably John Wick, and then the Dark Voyager. So definitely not a bad season for cosmetics. Not a bad season at all. Just not the best. I think the weak points, back bling, gliders, and then some of the skins, some of the pickaxes. Yeah, that's about it. So let's move on to our next season, guys. At our number 3 spot, right in the middle for the most medium, not too bad, not too great season, I guess. We're moving on to season 5. Season 5 is at our number 3 spot, guys. So let's get started with the bottom part. So the toys, they added toys in this season. You know, whatever. They're whatever. I thought the contrails were actually pretty cool. I really like this one, the lanterns. Runic was cool. Glitch in the system was cool. And you know, I don't really care for contrails all that much, but I thought there were some really cool ones in here. Emojis, sprays, you know, not really gonna talk about them. I don't care about them too much. So let's get into the back bling. Subjugator came with an Enforcer. I really like the Subjugator. You know, I've heard a lot of people say it's trash, it's garbage. For me, I like it. The Frozen Shroud, I think it's a pretty good cape design. We've seen so many cape designs though, and I feel like during season 5 is when they really started to push them out over and over again. Rear guard, something I won't use very often, but another pretty good back bling. Pool party, another pretty funny back bling. Or I don't really know if there are any other funny back bling, but I like it for the more like weird design, you know what I mean? Uplink, a very good, just simple army back bling design. So no bad back blings in my opinion. I think they're all good. Some of them I don't use too often, if I'm being honest. I would say the one I use the most, probably Subjugator, and I don't know if I would say it's the best, but I do like it the most. So let's move on to the pickaxes. Permafrost, pretty good pickaxe, not my absolute favorite. I love the Rift Edge, and honestly the Balloon Axe, I love it. I wouldn't say I love it more than the Permafrost, even though I said this is decent. I still think this is a great pickaxe, but Balloon Axe, something creative, something different. But Rift Edge just takes the cake on this one, guys. Easily the best pickaxe of this season. Really good pickaxes, really good back blings so far. Not disappointed in anything, really. Lug Axe, just a very simple pickaxe, but nothing to really complain about there. Let's move on to the gliders. Splashdown, you know, I don't know. I think it's decent. It's not something I'll go to all the time, but I like it for what it is, I guess you can say. Conquest, probably my favorite from this season. I really did like it. We have Downshift, which sort of reminds me of High Octane. Very simple, very plain. I like this one. I wouldn't say I like the most. I would say it's probably Conquest, Cruiser, Splashdown, Downshift in that order. So pretty good gliders, not the absolute best though. The emotes, I think this season was some of the worst emotes. Breakdown, one of the most spastic emotes. Swipe it up, definitely the best, or swipe it, whatever. Definitely the best. You're awesome. Spastic as well. Let's move on to the skins. Enforcer, I like the Enforcer more than a lot of people. I think it's an above average skin, even if it's another hooded character. We've had so many of those, we'll have so many more. I want to make a video just on that. You know what, I'm probably going to for later today, we'll see. Ragnarok, a great skin. I thought he looked good. Like once you hit stage 2, I thought he started looking really cool, and then his final stage was really cool as well. So another good skin. Rook, very simple but a good skin. Sledgehammer, not my favorite. Don't really like him all that much. I think he's an upgraded version of the Battlehawk though, who I said was a decent skin, so maybe like half a point above him. Sunstrider, great skin, very vibrant, very bright. Overall, very simple design, but I do like it. Redline, another very simple design that I do like. Huntress though, no, probably my least favorite skin from this season, alongside Sledgehammer, but she's below him for sure. Drift, my favorite skin from this season, absolutely love him. So man, like I don't really know what I would say is the high point for this season, because I really do think there are a lot of great things. I would probably say the Rift Edge, definitely a high point. Subjugator, another high point. Any gliders, probably wouldn't say those. I would say Drift for sure, and either Redline or Sunstrider. For me, I like Sunstrider a little bit more. So yeah, those were my favorite from season 5, guys. So let's move on to our number 2 spot. This one was tough. You know, it might sound weird, but the number 3 spot could have been the number 1 spot, or the number 1 spot could have been the number 3 spot. I really had a hard time choosing, but we'll go over it in a bit. So at our number 2 spot, guys, which will give away the number 1 spot, we have season 2. So for me, season 2, it had a very select few items, but they're all good. So we have the AC/DC, great pickaxe, super creative. You know, at the time, it was so amazing. I really feel like you have to use that context. And I've been trying to throughout this video. That's kind of like, you know, Dark Voyager at the time was amazing. The Reaper, or the John Wick at the time, was something we'd never seen before. Upgrades to skins, you know, something we've never seen before. So I try to keep that in mind. But AC/DC at the time, and even today, is still great pickaxe. Excalibur, my favorite battle pass pickaxe. Such a simple, clean design. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. Pulse axe, another great pickaxe. So let's move on to the gliders. Very simple, but I do like the Royale X the most. This was my favorite glider at the time. Probably one of my top 10 favorite gliders of all time in this game. Sir Glider the Brave, not the best design, but still not terrible. Get Down, something I wouldn't use all that often, maybe if I was using the Sparkle Specialist. So back bling, I feel like what really helped this was the pickaxes, the back bling, and then the skins really helped make the number 2 spot. Black Shield, Squire Royale Shield. I think the shields play a huge factor in this game. And how many shields do we really have? We have these two, the red shield. Is that it? Is that really all the shields we have? I'm surprised they didn't like throw out 70 shields like they did with capes. That's really crazy to me. I don't understand why they didn't do that, but I am glad they didn't. These back bling or shield designs were so cool and still are so cool. That's why so many people use them. I think shield designs like deserve the love they get. They're really cool. So can't really go wrong with the shield designs. They came from season 2. Emotes, you know, I haven't really been talking about them. I hadn't really let them play too big of a factor. I thought the floss is probably the best. Ride the Pony, Worm, definitely good as well. Skins, Black Knight, the most iconic skin in this game by far. Sparkle Specialist, my favorite battle pass skin. So 2 of my favorite battle pass items in the game. Royale Knight and Blue Squire, you know, they're not my favorite skins. I do like them a little bit more each season. They're definitely not bad. I can see the appeal to them. So guys, the strong points, Sparkle Specialist, Black Knight for sure, the shields, and then all the pickaxes. Great pickaxes, great back bling, great skins for the most part. Let's move on to my number 1 spot. It's obvious, season 6, and I hate to do this, guys. I really do. I hate to do the most recent season, but Contrails, not the best, I would say. Bats is my favorite. We got pets this season, which I think a lot of people do like. My favorite out of those, probably just the dog, or I don't know. They're all good. They really are all good. Good loading screens. Don't really care about the sprays. The back blings, I honestly love the very simple sword design with the wolf pack. I love it. The night cloak, another cape design. I mean, wing design, cape design, but they're all good though. Fabled cape, probably my least favorite. I love waveform. Night cloak, something I don't use too often, but I can see the appeal. It's really just a great one. Dusk wings, great back bling. So these 3 are my favorite: waveform, dusk wings, and wolfpack. You know, nothing super creative. The sword design I could say is creative, but then again, it's just a sword. But I still do really love it. My favorite from this season by far. The pickaxes, the Guiding Glow, tier 30. Definitely the best. Reckoning, not a bad pickaxe by far. Definitely a great one. Smash Up, definitely a decent pickaxe, not terrible. Okay, so for the gliders, for me, I love this umbrella. I love it. Holy crap, it's my favorite so far. Swarm, the best glider, and that's pretty cool because it's the last tier glider finally. Covered Crusader, definitely a good one. Crossfire, fairly simple, but for the more simple glider design, not terrible. Picnic, just not for me. It's not that great. The different emotes, you know, guys, I really don't know. I don't know. The big factor though, guys, I really didn't want to do this. You know, I'm having second thoughts right now. Is this the best season so far? Because I really I praised season 5. I praised it. Let's pull up season 5 real quick. Just because, you know, I want to kind of compare it. Because I felt like season 5 could have been the #1 spot. Let's compare it, just kind of get our final thoughts after we look over these skins. So Dyer, my favorite skin from this season. His fully upgraded version and all the ones in between, I love them. I love the werewolf design. I think it's so creative and it's just amazing. I love to see it. Nightshade, another hooded figure. The all black design, nothing too creative. You can't see the face when you're actually using the skin. You know, not my favorite skin. Dusk, my second favorite skin, or no, my third favorite skin from this battle pass. A great one. I love using it. Fable, just like a really bright design character. I really like it. Giddy Up, not my favorite, but I like the creativity. Calamity, fully upgraded, a great skin. She sort of reminds me of the Drift, fully upgraded, but the girl version. And I think she looks good from tier 1 to stage 5, or like her base stage to stage 5. DJ Yonder, very surprised with this one. This is my second favorite skin from this battle pass. I love them, guys, honestly. So let's see, we're gonna compare. I hope you guys did enjoy this. We're gonna compare very quickly the season 5, which I thought could have been the #1 spot, even though it was at the #3 spot. I think season 2, you know, it deserved a #2 spot because I don't think there was really a bad item in there. Maybe a glider, maybe one skin or two, but there's so few items that were all good though. You know what I mean? So I feel like the less items they had, but they're all good, over a lot of items that are, some are good, some are bad. You know, I'll pick the all good, very few amount of items. I think most people would. So this one could have been the #1 spot. Let's compare back bling. So for me, Subjugator, I like the Wolfpack more. I really do. So overall, I don't know. I think these are a lot more plain than, let's say, like these two or any of these. I think Dusk Wings, Nightcloak, the all black design, you know, we've seen it before, whatever. I think the Dusk Wings are cool, kind of the plastic look. So I think overall, back wings did win out. Let's see pickaxes. See, the pickaxes definitely better in season 5, for sure, no doubt. Gliders, probably better. Like not amazing gliders in either season, I would say. I'm not a huge fan of gliders either, so they wouldn't play a huge role, but I'd probably give it to season 6. The Swarm, you know, Covered Crusader, the Umbrella, just better than anything. And then the skins overall. So yeah, I think I made a good choice. You know, I think Dusk beats out Rook, and this is kind of the point I wanted to bring up. So Rook, Sunshade or Sunstrider, and Redline the Huntress. Dusk, Fable, Calamity. I'm picking Dusk, Fable, Calamity so much more than I would ever pick Redline, Sunstrider, and Rook. Their designs are just so much more colorful. They're so different. I feel like Rook, Sunstrider, and Redline are very simple in their designs. So I think I made a good list. You know, I had second thoughts at the very end, but tell me in the comment section what you thought. Do you guys agree, disagree? What do you think? Like, honestly, I think I made a pretty good list, guys. And I didn't even talk about the pets for season 6, so I think the pets were a really cool addition, something you have to talk about. Definitely a fan favorite type of thing, not my personal favorite. Still like them though. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.